Honorable Ayodele Olumiwa Thomas Fade, former member of Lagos State House of Assembly, 1999 to 2003, representing Mushin Constituency 2 in the House of Assembly, Lagos State. Thank you.
Yeah. The next question we have been hearing and seeing online, an association called FOBAS, Friends of Bola Ahmed Tinubu Association.
Oh, yes. You see, the association you heard about is a registered association. We registered it with Corporate Affairs Commission, FOBAS, Friends of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We were about 13 or 12 or 13 on the list of the board. Number one, you see, the person who said we should register it is no more. That is late Senator Adebayo Oshinowo, representing Lagos East Senatorial District. But it's no more. So we have on the board too, Aregbe was there, but now Aregbe is no more with us. And Obasa, the Right Honorable Obasa, is on the board. Senator Wasiu Eshilokunsoni is on the board. Sovio Tayo Ainde, the current chief of staff of Lagos State to Lagos State Governor, is on the board. Tomo Adediran, she's dead. Former Deputy Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, late Motiat Tomo Adediran, she's dead. Honorable Ogbara is still around. Honorable Ade Oshodi is still around. I am around. Honorable Ramota Oseni, she's around. Wale Edutu, is around. But what surprised me most was that none of them, because the person who was anchoring the whole thing died. And they expected that the whole thing should die like that. I liaised with Wale Edun, but it's not forthcoming. It was a surprise to me, even while I was sick, seriously sick. You see my condition because I was in the hospital. My partner, my wife, was liaising with Wale Edun to that this is that, and this, but you know it doesn't forthcoming. But I thank Right Honorable Obasa, the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, and members of Lagos State House of Assembly. I thank them. Most especially Honorable Nuruddin Akinsoya and Honorable Yinka Kazim, is called Esho. Both of them represent Mushin constituency in the Lagos State House of Assembly. I thank them very much. I thank them. They were nice people. But the whole thing now, we perform, even the president knew our part before he even became the president. He knew what we did. And you yourself, you can testify to it. It's all over the place. On the screen, it's all over the place. Because we liaised with the internet, we were on the internet, we were on the radio, we were on the paper, we were on Wasobia television and everything. But I even went as far as going to Kano while Asiwaju was in Kano, state guest house with the Kano State Governor, Gunduje then. I went to Kano. And, I was unable to see him. And I went to Abuja to see him. I was unable to see him. But, I went to his office at Savage at Victoria Island. I saw him. He said, okay, I should hold on, I should hold on, I should hold on. I went to body loan several times. But that was how I became sick. You won't believe it that my Jeep, Infinity Jeep, which I bought with 6 million, mechanic here, they sold it for 250,000. That was what they told me. How they sold it. I was unable to move. I was in the hospital while they told me. And when I was discharged, the mechanic has vacated here. I was told that he is within Kano and Niger Republic, within that zone. That is how I was told. You know, I don't want to talk about that. And but I thank God I'm alive. I'm alive.
Yeah. With the new political situation now.
Yes.
Another strong opposition has sprung up, called ADC and NDC. Can they unseat the president?
Oh, NDC and ADC. Well, the political situation in Nigeria, soldier come, soldier come, soldier go, soldier come. They will continue to mingle and mingle and mingle, but they cannot unseat the president. They can't unseat the president. The president is smart enough, but what baffles me with the president was that when he assumed during the swearing in of the president, you see that something in which he said that what is the name of that something?
Subsidy.
Subsidy is gone. That was what the people owed, that he did not study, he didn't sit down on the table before he announced that. He could have studied the whole thing, but to me, I told them, I said, look, this man knows what he's doing. If he tells them, if he gave a week or two, a lot of things could have changed. These marketers, they were wise enough to manipulate things. And that was it. But you see, they cannot unseat the ADC and they cannot unseat the president. And NDC, they cannot unseat the president. They can't unseat the president. But look at the number of people who are abusing the president then, who are abusing him while we were campaigning. I should want to forgive them. Even there is one that he was jumping, 1999, jumping like a frog, that he has a fake certificate, which I addressed him that time when they came to the House of Assembly, that he should go to his office and announce address the press. And look at what is going on now. He's in cabinet. Oh, I defending him. I wasn't giving even a shishi. Ashwaju did not give me shishi. That's the truth. Wale Edun, who I thought he will be wise enough to do things. He knew the part I played. He did not even attend to me. But when I heard about him, I heard that Wale Edun too was sick. There is one pastor that told me about all this, something that will happen one time, sometimes ago, at Panseke, while I was coming from, while I went to Abeokuta. That pastor, his name is Adewale Akande Adeola. They call him Baba Testimony. He told me about all this, that it will happen. And I went back to see him, that how can we do things, how can he be of help? We started prayer. I told Asiwaju that I was on the mountain then. Till now, nobody remembers that Honorable Father should be remembered, to be given something. But now, I don't need any, because I went to see Cardinal Odumbaku. I even heard that, I heard that maybe Odumbaku wife, maybe one of them died. A former commissioner with Ondo State government. I heard that she died. Yes, I heard that she died. That was last week. May also rest in perfect peace. Amen.
Yeah, question for sir. What does former Vice President Atiku Abubakar forgot in Asoro that he wants to make the case do or die?
You mean Alhaji Atiku Abubakar?
Yes.
Oh. In 2007, I told Asiwaju that when Asiwaju presented him as a presidential candidate of AC, I told Asiwaju on the dining table at Bodilon that this one cannot win. Asiwaju should remember this. The way Asiwaju looked at me that day, I said, that man cannot win. He did not ask me, what did I see? I could have given him. I could have told him. Even if they match themselves together, he cannot win. He cannot win. That's the truth I am telling you. He cannot win. He has done a lot of atrocities to the people and to God. Yes, that's the fact. He cannot win. Who says so? Honorable Ayodele Olumiwa Thomas Fade said so. He cannot win. Atiku can win. Let him be jumping like football. Let him be bouncing himself up and down like football. He can't win. I am telling you sincerely, he cannot win.
On the former governor of Kaduna State, what is your view on his case?
Those ones are mafia. They are mafia. They were the one that brought all these bandits and kidnappers. They were the one. You want to hear the truth? They thought that former president Goodluck Jonathan won't hand over. That was what they thought. That is why they went to all these neighboring African countries to go and bring in all these people. The money they promised them, they did not give them. Abba Kyari, before the late chief of staff to Buhari, he knew about it. El-Rufai knew about it. And two others, they knew about it. They were the ones that negotiated with those people. That is why those people, they were so confident. They were not Nigerians. They were not Nigerians. But they mix up with the Hausa people in the north because their language is easier to understand for each other. They mix up. They dress like them, they do things like them, they eat the same food with them, and that was it. You see these people they were so confident, they went into NDA. Who are they? Cozy rampage there. They went to the tarmac in Kaduna Airport. They walking on the tarmac. Who are they? They were so confident about themselves because of what they promised them, and they are not giving it to them. Recently, they went to Kuru. Look at what they have the cost in Kuru. They even went to Kuru. Was it last week again or this week? They went to Kuru again. One of them was killed. Recently, look at the army general. They kidnapped in Katsina. What happened? They brought his dead body. Look at the way they've been going about the whole thing. That is it. Look at the way they've been going about the whole thing. Their brother, who is Sentigumi, the kidnapper, Sentigumi, Sentigumi, the Asmen, Sentigumi, Sengumi is the defender of all these saboteurs. He defended them up to any level. The money they promised those people, which El-Rufai and them, they promised those people before the election of 2015. They did not give them. That is why, look at what happened when they were demanding money from Autumn, the governor of Benue State, in which that one said it wasn't part of the negotiation, and he refused. Look at what happened. Look at the way the Meiti Allah, what they did to him there. Look at the havoc they caused in Plateau too. They were the one, look, even the Hausa person, Hausa person, in Nigerian Hausa person, they were being kidnapped. What happened to former this man? We say Boko Haram. What happened to the former MI of Kano before Sanusi came in? What happened to him? He was attacked. The man was attacked. The truth has to be told. You see, with the over-pampered children of the northern people, and the elders refuses to talk then. Now, foreigner came in, and no one can foreigner more. And no come on, because those ones, they don't have their father here, they don't have their mothers here, they don't have their family here. And look at the way they go on rampage. They kidnap people for ransom. Look at the havoc they caused in Benue, because they wanted to establish a caliphate there. They wanted to establish a Fulani district there. Look at the rampage they caused. They wanted to establish Hausa Fulani district in Plateau. Look at the rampage they caused. Look at the number of people that they killed. You look at that. Every sensible human being who are not human beasts, you know that these people are not justified to live. Then a certain governor of Borno State giving them, showing them mercy, leaving them to go and jail. Look, they don't deserve mercy. An eye for an eye. Yes, that's the law of Moses. But Jesus Christ came that that was an old law. No. Leave religion apart. These people intentionally, look at what they did to that teacher. Adepoju in Ogbomoso, the kidnapped teacher and the student there. Look at what they did to him. They cut off his head in presence of the school children. I can tell you that that Ogbomoso syndrome, the children has been divided into groups. Before they will trace them together, it will take months. That's the truth I am telling you. They divided them into smaller parts. Yes, like 6, like 4, like 5, like 10. They divided them. And when you look at the forest now, they can walk from that Oyo National Park up to Niger State in the bush. There is footpath there. There is mosquito motorcycle way there. Trace it from Kishi in Oyo State down to Kwara. There are footpaths there. Footpath. That is the way the Hausa herdsmen, they came into Oyo State and they came into Yoruba land. Look at that. My dear brother and fellow Nigerians, let us tell ourselves the truth. People who doesn't know. I was in say, look, let me tell you something. When I started work, look at what is happening in South Africa now. Look at what is happening. Those ones are very ungrateful. They were very, very ungrateful. In the 70s, while I started working in cabinet office, Lagos, in the 70s, I collected Udoji areas. I collected Udoji areas. I was working with the Federal Housing Authority then, under the permanent secretary, Babashu Dipo, late Babashu Dipo, before I was transferred to Festa Village. Look at what is happening now. Look at it. The South African people, Mandela came. He was lodged at Queen's Drive. In Ikoyi, he was lodged there. Even the Tambo too came. He was lodged. Within that axis too, he was lodged there. At the back of a French embassy on Queen's Drive. That is why they lodged them. There was an appeal in which we contributed money direct from our salaries to them. I can remember fire in Soweto. We gave them money. Nigerians don't deserve all these atrocities and the way we were being treated. You are talking about their male. They are very uncircumcised. Yes. They are uncircumcised people. Maybe they are jealous that Nigerian men are digging their women deeply. And Nigerian men are very hardworking. They are lazy people. Son of the soil. They are lazy people. But the situation in my country, Nigeria, is have to be approached speedily. And Asiwaju and those people that surrounded Asiwaju now, they are new kid on the block. And Asiwaju himself knew. Those people, they prevented old friends of Asiwaju to get near to him. Yes. None of them can say they recognize me. None of them can say they recognize me. But Asiwaju recognize me, and God recognize me, and some older people recognize me. You see one thing, my granny, Ayodele Thomas Cole, he was the emperor of Lagos Western education. He was the emperor of Western education in Lagos colony. That was in the 40s and the 50s. Baba what? President Tajuddin Olusi knew. I used to sit on his lap anytime he came to my granny at Ofin, opposite Riato Cinema. That is where my grandfather lived, my granny lives then. Ayodele Thomas Cole. That was my granny. But a lot of people don't know. Because I'm not that sort of people who goes about, I don't like it. I don't like to beg. Now, Asiwaju has given out all the positions. But there are still some positions there. So he doesn't remember that he has to give me something. He should remember that he has to give me something. He himself went out to go and demand for a milocon. Yes, and I accepted then that omulocon lóòótọ́. But nísìnyí náà, I myself am demanding that èmi náà locon. If he's not giving me any appointment, he should give me a contract. Yes. I cannot work for we started this job for long.
In the days of Nadeko.
We started the struggling for long. He knew, Asiwaju knew, that I spent my own money to float an office for Fobart, but Swagger came. He just followed because I don't believe, because of what Aregbe did, and because of the late senator, because there is nobody to push it for us. Nobody. I even seek an audience with, I told you, I went to governor's house, governor's office at Alausa, saying that I want to see the chief of staff, Tayo Ayinde. None of the security men even attended to me because I did not introduce myself as an, yes. Look at it. The right honorable speaker, he has a minimum, he doesn't have a large purse to even finance anything, but he assisted me in the little way. And look at what is happening with a co-legislative forum now. The group in which all former honorable members that serve in Lagos State supposed to be. Look at what is happening there. Instead of vacating, the elderly ones vacating that position for the younger ones, like Honorable Sultan Adeniji Adele, Honorable Ladi Balogun, like Honorable Masa, and them like that, to take the control of the whole thing. Because they were the digital people now. The people who are serving there presently are analog. The truth has to be told. They are analog. They should forget. Recently, I heard that Remi Tinubu, our first lady, the beautiful angel of Bodilon, said that advised people that they should start looking at the micro trade in which they can do, which won't require much money. But people took her wrongly. Those in government who supposed to even defend her, they kept quiet, except one guy, Sunday Daddy. Sunday Daddy was the only one that spoke out that while he was much younger, ó kiri ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ní jọ́ọ̀sì fún màmá ẹ̀, ó kiri ata fún ní jọ́ọ̀sì fún màmá ẹ̀. Sunday Daddy knew me while he was working at the body lawn. A lot of them that works with the Asiwaju at body lawn, they knew me. But the new people that surround Asiwaju now, they won't allow someone to even see him. And he himself, kò ń fúnra rẹ̀ kò suspect pé òun miss àwọn kan. Core advice àṣẹ àwọn tó lè advice ẹ̀ pé Aṣíwájú, this is what is wrong nígboro.